they were using one of the rooms for storage, so they would just cram like a bunch of bunk beds and like wardrobes and desks and shit in this room. He was hiding in like one of the very back corners. Oh, maybe it wasn't Jesse. Maybe it was Moses. Yeah, I think Moses was hiding. Because Jesse came up later. But anyways, he's hiding in the very back corner in this bunk bed, and we're both up on the top bunk, so I can like kind of see like over the wardrobes and stuff into like where the door is, like maybe 20 yards away. Over time, more people are coming in, finding us and everything, and like making their way. It's like to get through all of these like wardrobes and shit. Like it was like a legit like a maze. So you have to like walk through and finally find your way back. Yeah. Anyways, all these people were coming in, and then it got to the point where it was just Jesse left to find us. And I saw the door creak open. I saw the light come in because we had the light off in that room, and the lights were motion activated too. So the door creaked open, and like I saw the light come in, but I didn't see anybody, like a silhouette or anything in the door frame. It's like, that was weird. Maybe he's just messing with us. And then the lights came on, and we all tried to be quiet and everything. And then like a couple 30 seconds go by, and then they turn back off since they don't sense movement, and then the door closed. And I was like, that is really weird. About 5 minutes later, Jesse came in, and lights went on and everything when he was walking through, and then we hid in the thing, and we all thought he was the last one. I guess he wasn't. There was like a couple more people out there, and I was like, why did you not? I was like, did you not see us earlier?
I'm frustrated anyways with this match.
Okay, but continue.
I was like, did you not see us earlier? Like, why didn't you come in? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, that was you that opened the door, right? Like, you didn't notice that we weren't here? And he's like, I literally just found you guys. Like, I had no idea you were here. And I was like, what? It is so weird.
Yeah.
And we're all like, okay, this is so weird. And then, like, 30 seconds later, across the room, where, like, you'd have to, like, crawl over shit to get to it, one of the desk lights turned on.
What the
like,
hell?
that was connected to, like, one of these wardrobe desk things. And I was like, we were all like, yo, what the fuck? And, like, nobody had gone over there. No, the door hadn't opened or anything. Nobody was over there. And we were freaked out. So we all ran out. And we were like, what the fuck is happening? And Jesse and Moses and I were like, this shit is whack. Somebody's had to go turn it on. So us three, and they both can vouch for this, we went into the room. The light was still on. We had to crawl over all these wardrobes and desks. We finally got to it. It was still on, and it was not plugged in.
What?
Yeah. That's when we were like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And as soon as we were trying to get out, the fucking bathroom door opens by itself. And we're like, we're done.
Yeah.
Later that night, we were all three, we had our room, because it was so hot there, and there was like zero air conditioning. We had brought fans. So we all three took our mattresses off the bunk beds, and we just put them on the floor in the middle of the room. Because we only had one fan, and we're like, we're just going to set the fan right in front of us, and it just oscillated. So, we all got to share it. It was also because we were fucking scared. But, anyways, the door, like, to our bathroom started creaking open. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do this shit, dude. Not tonight. And I'm hearing, like, the shower start going off.
Invite.
Okay.
Like, I hear the shower turn on. The light's not on in there. I hear the shower turn on, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm, like, nudging Jesse, trying to get him awake. And he's kind of half awake, and I'm like, dude, something's happening in the bathroom. And he straight up just looks at me and goes, ignore it. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean, ignore it? And he's like, ignore it. It'll get worse. And I'm like, no. How do you ignore this? He's like, just go to bed. I'm like, this is not how this works. So I ended up was like, I can't do this. So I like left the room and like went and sat out on the couches, like where there was like lights and everything in like the main meeting area. And it was a couple other people that were still up, and some girls and other guys and shit. And so we were kind of hanging out talking, and Jesse and Moses, I think, went too. And then I guess they had to go to the bathroom, or Moses had to go to the bathroom, and they didn't want to like go back. They didn't want to go into. Yeah, right. What?
Yeah, I'm with Moses, dude. I would not be going to the bathroom by
Fuck no,
myself
dude.
in this situation, dude.
yeah. He
I'm
had to go to the
holding that
bathroom.
shit till
Well, but that was
morning.
it. So that was the thing. Is Moses was like, I'm not going into our bathroom, and all of like there was a couple public, or like not public, but like bathrooms that weren't connected to rooms. He's like, I don't want to walk into some random person's room, so let's just go down to like the middle, I guess, main area of the building where it wasn't like dormitories, and like go to one of the bathrooms there. And Jesse went with him. So Moses went in and went to the stall. He goes to the bathroom. Jesse's waiting outside, or maybe it was flip-flopped. I don't remember. But they're in there, and one of them was in the bathroom, and as they're sitting on the toilet, starting hearing like fucking faucets and shit turning on.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he's like, what is happening? Meanwhile, whoever was outside, I'm pretty sure it was Jesse, was sitting on one of the couches. And this area is kind of dark. It was like half lit. It wasn't like, you know, all the lights were on. And he's sitting on one of the couches, and he starts hearing like his name being called. And Jesse's like, what the fuck? And he looks kind of where he's hearing it come from, and it's like this kind of just around a corner. And he's hearing it, and he doesn't really notice anything, kind of just being whispered or like very distant. This is so weird. And then he kind of notices after a second that like he looks down kind of by the ground, and he said it seemed like it was like knees of like somebody that was like crouched on the other side of the corner, and like their knees were sticking out
What?
like from beyond the corner. And like there was a little bit of like an eye that he could see like kind of peering around the corner. And that's when Jesse like bolted into the bathroom and was like, nah, Moses, we need to go.
Dude, I just said the same
And
shit. I was
ran
like,
back.
bro, we need to get out of here.
Dude, it was
Like,
so
Scoops,
it
there's a
was
fucking
so
monster.
bad. It was so bad. And then that night was the worst. And so like we kind of all stayed up and just whatever. But it was really weird because the rest of the trip we are all, you know, reservation land, we are all at first kind of joking about skinwalkers. We're like, oh, skinwalkers are real.
Y'all thought that
And-
shit was fake, huh?
Yeah. And then we were joking, and then one of the the natives were like, don't joke about that shit, bro. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, nah, them fuckers are real. Like, don't joke about it, because you talk about them, and that's when they become active, is when, you know, you give them a power by talking about them. And I was like, what are you talking about? That's fake. Like, same thing I thought goes for fake. So, I don't know if it could have been spirits and shit fucking with us and making us think some shit was happening, but one of the later nights we were all joking around talking about like, oh, skinwalkers and shit, and just like trying to sell scary stories. And then all of a sudden we hear fucking walking on the top of the roof. Like straight up, like not creaks, like deliberate steps. And we were like, okay, maybe let's stop. Because they all of the natives were like, don't talk about that shit. If you start hearing stuff, if you start seeing stuff, don't talk about it. Because that's when their whole mentality is just ignore. Which doesn't make sense to me.
Out of sight, out
you
of
know.
mind, motherfucker. That's how that works.
Not
They've
really.
been doing
Not
that
when it's
shit
coming-
for years,
not when
dude.
Not when it's fucking calling your name from around
Nah,
the
no,
corner.
you just act like you didn't hear that shit.
Dude,
None of your
yeah.
business. You're like,
So
must be a
that's
different person with my name. I'm
That
just gonna leave
that was the
alone.
first time that anything had happened, and from there it's just compounded to where I just see shit like all the time now. And we catch, because to my fiance's family, they have security cameras throughout their house. Her dad's kind of he's
Nice to
one
go.
of the nuttiest people I've ever met, but definitely one of the coolest people I've ever met. Her dad's like an ex-Vietnam War vet, was a POW,
We
got
can't go
rescued.
over there.
got rescued. He was in the Air Force, and he was also an ace. He got rescued, came back, and started working for the CIA.
That's pretty dope.
And like he's like super into like security and that shit. So that they have just like a crazy ass security system in their house and cameras everywhere, like in the garage, down the halls, like everything is crazy.
Jesus.
We'll hear like stuff all the time, or like they'll get notifications on his phone. There's like motion detected in the garage camera, motion detected in the southeast hallway, and sometimes it's like ring shit. So it could be a bug, it could be dust. Most of the time it is. There's, I think it was a week ago, where it was like motion detected in the garage, and we were like, oh, let's take a look, and kind of saw like at first it looked like an orb, and I don't really believe in orbs very much because, like, yes, I believe in ghosts, but the whole orb thing, it's just, most of the time it's just dust, and people try to outplay that. But it looked kind of like an orb floating around, and then it kind of turned in like a silhouette. So I don't know if it was like a reflection or something, but we could kind of see like a silhouette of a person. And I was like, this is really weird. But then I was like, out of all of the shit that's happened to me, like, I've seen them before, but I've never been close, and I've never like interacted. It's like, I'm not really scared anymore. I'm just gonna go in the garage and see what happens. Like, it was like right in front of the garage door too. So it's like, if I open the garage door and there's just straight up a ghost standing in front of me, then cool. I've seen a ghost face to face. Like, that's cool. I wasn't scared much. I mean, I was creeped out, but I wasn't like deathly afraid. I was like, you know what? I'll just do it. So, and they were all like, are you serious? You're just gonna go open the door? And I'm like, yeah, why not? And so like, okay, we'll watch the cameras, I guess, as I walk down the hallway. And I go to open the door, and I can kind of hear like stuff on the inside, like kind of rustling, and I was like, that's, normal, I guess. And I opened the door, and I didn't see anything. Like, I kind of opened the door, and there wasn't really much there. Maybe a hint of like smoke, and then it just instantly cleared up. There wasn't much. But they said on the camera what they saw, because as soon as I opened the door, they were like freaked out. Because as soon as I opened on the door on the camera, there was just, the fucker was standing right in front of me, and then just instantly disappeared. And I was like, what? And they showed me the footage, dude. I gotta try and get the footage and send it in the group chat. Because you legitimately see like a vague figure standing in front of this door, and then I open it, and it's just like, oh shit, bye. Like, it was crazy. It's so crazy. I mean, but I'm kind of, I'm kind of, like, I guess upset, like disappointed, because I really wanted to see something. Or I've seen stuff before, but dude, I legitimately would have been like nose to nose with a ghost if it didn't get freaked out, I guess. But I mean, nothing happened. Like, I didn't feel weird. Like, it was really, it wasn't cold. It wasn't cold. I couldn't see my breath or anything really, but the other day, her parents were talking in the kitchen.
Danny Phantom up in this bitch seeing his own breath.
Wait, because her parents were in the kitchen the other day, and they're talking about how they were just cooking in the kitchen, using the stovetop, and it just got really cold, where they don't have windows open, they don't have the AC running, because outside it's not hot enough for them to run the AC like 3 days ago.
Dakota.
3 days ago at 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, dude, my AC's been kicking.
Okay, well, their AC isn't running, and I know it isn't.
Insert beacon, like spawn beacon.
I don't have one.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay, spawn on me real fast.
Yeah, and we woke up one morning and our dresser drawer was pulled out and all our clothes were scattered across the ground.
See,
do you have an ammo box,
once
Dakota?
it starts interacting with shit, that's where I get
It's
scared.
either ammo box or
I've never seen
insertion beacon.
Yeah,
I've never
do an
seen
insertion
anything
beacon. Do an insertion
What's
beacon.
interact.
It's after we started watching the Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix. And Kyra, I guess Kyra said she found a video on TikTok that said when you watch that, it opens a portal to hell or something.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Give me some
I've
of that.
never seen deliberate, and I guess besides the light turning on, I've never seen like, and doors opening, I guess. But I've never seen like stuff being like strewn about and stuff moved.
There was one night in our apartment, we were just laying there watching TV, and out of nowhere, Alexa in our living room was like,
Okay.
Alexa was trying to tell us how to contact dead people.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You should have followed the instructions.
Yeah, and then I was joking around with Kyra one day, and I was like saying this word, and she was all like, "My mom hates that word. She'd be so mad at you." Her mom passed away a while ago.
Mhm.
She's like, "She'd be so mad at you." And then after she said that, the cereal box on her freaking fridge fell on the
Oh.
ground.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just get shot at?
crazy.
Probably.
Well,
I died
okay,
up here a bit ago.
Dakota. So her parents were in the
Oh my
freaking
God, my
kitchen
hand.
the other day. They're cooking food with heat, and they're talking about how it got super fucking cold out of nowhere, and they legitimately
God.
could see their breath in front of their face.
Dakota.
While like cooking, I guess there could be smoke while you're cooking on the stovetop, but like or like steam.
Does
But,
that
bro,
say
that-
or what?
Yes,
Sorry.
it's
Oh,
Danny
that's very
Phantom.
lucky.
And when I went to
Oh,
unplug Alexa, her mom's ring was on top of
I
it.
pinged him. Dakota, please
Mhm.
get me. I'm
So
down.
yeah, that was weird.
Oh, that is really weird.
Yeah.
That is really weird.
Yeah, because her little sister put it over there next to it, or on it, I guess, and it's like on a key or on a necklace, but it's her ring that
Mhm.
she used to wear. Yeah, it was weird. It was just like in the middle of the night, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
I'm
that
dead.
is very weird.
They have found us, Mason.
Damn it.
You gonna come revive me?
Once
Shit's
I
real,
downed the
man.
guy sniping at you.
Yeah.
What other ghost stories?
I don't know.
I think I've told all the
Me and,
ones that
me
I
and
have.
Dak have one together.
Oh, at the fucking trap house, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. That one was sketch, dude.
Yeah.
I need to hear this now.
So at our old house, like Matt, myself, and what, 4 others all lived in one
Dakota.
house.
I pinged
Yeah.
him.
Mhm.
He's up on top of the tower.
Oh, I'm dead. Fuck. And Matt and I are sitting in the living room just watching. What were we watching? Xbox?
Yeah. Something on the yeah.
Yeah, we're just sitting there watching TV. We had wheelchairs in the house, right?
Why?
Because wheelchairs are lit.
Okay. Was it like the push wheelchairs or was it like
Yeah,
electric?
it was
Okay.
push wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just sitting there like wheeling around and shit. And I had so I lived in the basement and I had the basement door kind of just cracked. And we're just, just chilling, vibing, minding our own business, right? And then next thing we know, the door was open like a couple inches, so it wasn't like anything crazy. It was just very little, right? And what were we even talking about? Probably car shit,
Yeah,
because that's what we did.
Yeah.
And fuck, Mason, I didn't set down a spawn beacon.
That's okay, we have a lot of teammates around, so we're good. I didn't realize how many teammates were under us, though.
Yeah, that's because the shit is right underneath us.
I know. It's quite intense.
So we're just sitting there, and then next thing I know, my fucking basement door slams shut.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I didn't have any windows open, nothing, because this is like middle of fucking winter. So like we're
Yeah.
already cold
Right.
as is, and then the fucking basement door slams shut. What else
Was it-
happened though?
Wasn't I in the wheelchair next to the door or something?
Yeah, because I was
like,
sitting on the
facing you.
couch.
Yeah, I was facing you next to the door, and it was just like boom, and I was like, me and Hunter's still over there telling his story, and me and you were just looking at each other.
Yeah,
like,
we're just staring at each other like,
like,
what
anybody just see that?
just happened? Yeah.
Like, fuck that nonsense. Oh
I
wow,
guess,
the
like-
rocket's going.
Yeah.
Didn't
That's-
Jason see something run down the stairs and outside or something?
What?
Yeah, that house had some Mason. That house had some weird shit, dude.
Yeah,
Like it was weird.
it was. It just had weird vibes too.
Yeah.
Teammate.
Maybe there's somebody buried under the floorboards. Somebody Jeffrey Dahmer somebody's ass in that house.
I mean, I could believe it. The way the house looked.
Yeah.
Man, fucking screw that.
The house is sketchy to say the least.
I don't know, I was freaked out though. I was home all by myself, and this toy's like, "You want to be friends?"
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm like, I'm good.
See ya, bitch!
Oh, and then it was just me and my kid at home, and he was in his little like he's got this it's like a walker. It holds him in there, and he can walk around. And he went into the dark laundry room. Nothing was going on in there, and he was just sitting at like the entryway, just staring into the dark, like he was like entertained with something.
Animals can see shit. I'm convinced.
Well, this is... animals can, and so can babies.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he was just sitting there, entertained with something. I don't know what it was.
Babies are terrifying because they...
Well, it's terrifying once they get to the toddler, because I think they can still see shit, and they can talk about it.
100%.
That's scary.
Yeah, once my kid starts
Mommy, the
saying
man
stuff,
in the closet said...
I'm like, nope.
Nah, the man in the closet said we're fucking moving. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, so my mom thinks it followed me and Kyra into the house.
Probably.
Because she's like, nothing ever happens to me. I'm like, well, it started happening when you guys left.
Dude, that's creepy.
You're like, it was happy when you were here.
Yeah.
Like, so just nifty tip, never go on vacation again. Thank you. Damn it, they figured out our trick. They got on the roof without the go to. Whoa. Fuck.